Right, the third of the instructional videos explains how you get your Google Drive onto your Mac so that you can use it offline effectively, so you don't have to log into the internet to get up onto your files, and you'll see how that's really easy and useful for you. So we're in the Drive main screen as you saw before, and you've got this button here that says download Google Drive for Mac, so it's pretty straightforward. You click that and you'll see that a download starts. This one's downloading up here and down here, and you just wait for it to download. You see the progress bar going across, and there you go, it pops up to say that it's downloaded. Click the download and it says install Google Drive.dmg. DMGs are basically install files for Macs. Double click on it and it says opening install Google Drive, verifying, leave the progress bar to go. And once it's done, it will then pop up behind. So here it says install Google Drive. Now, installing things on Macs is really easy if you haven't done it before. You basically have what you want to install here, and applications is pretty much where you install any kind of folder or any kind of application, sorry. So you just literally click and drag it across. And it copies it into applications. So it only takes about 10-15 seconds, so you just wait for that to go. And it is now done, and that means it is installed. So you can close this, and then to go to things that you've got installed, you should go to the launch pad, which is this sort of rocket icon here, and you will see that if you scroll across, and scrolling, if you haven't got your mouse and using the trackpad, you can do that using 2 fingers. So I'm just swiping to the right, and you can see that Google Drive is here. So double click on that, and it comes up, application download from the internet. Yes, that's fine. You can click open, and it will eventually open for you. You'll see this little icon up here, which is your Google Drive icon, which we'll come back to in a second, and it asks you to sign in. So you click sign in now. It's already got my email there because I'm logged in on the internet. If that's wrong, you can click sign out and sign in as a different user for some reason, but just put in your password, sign in, and what you'll see is that once it's done everything else, pops up here, a Google Drive folder will be created on your computer. That's what you want to do. If you want to send crash reports, you can. I'm going to leave it. Click next, and it will sync your files. Okay, you don't need to worry about advanced setup or anything. You can just click start sync, and when the drive is syncing, you can see this little icon is now sort of swirling around a little bit. Google Drive will need your permission to enable Finder integrations. Click OK, and then you just need to enter your password for your computer. So this is your computer password. So this computer is a Reach Learning one, so it's slightly different. But this is how you log into your Mac. Probably it might be sensible to keep it all the same. And there you go. So now on the left, your Google Drive is now part of your folder structure here. The tick means obviously that it's synced. It's currently still syncing staff shared, that's why this is going round, and now that's all done. So now your Google Drive is totally synced. It's obviously checking this again, but that must be individual files going. But if we go into staff shared, for example, you can see that the Reach logos are all uploaded. They're all there, one's just finishing. You can go back to your Google Apps for Education resources, which is something we're going to be dealing with in the next video. And generally everything is there. And now, things that you change here will also change online and vice versa. So if you create a folder here, and we're going to do that now, that will also appear online as I'll show you. So I'm going to create a new folder. You can do that by going to the cog and clicking new folder, and we're going to make a folder called personal. So if you want to have a personal folder, I'm just going to drag that so you can see it. The personal folder, as you can see, is only visible to you. Same rules apply. These ones are shared, and that you can see that by the people on them. This one hasn't got a person on it, so it's a personal folder. Okay, that's just up syncing, and that's that. So if we pop back to our Google Drive, we will see now, if you go to My Drive, that the personal folder has uploaded and is there. So it automatically works between the two, and that's that. Just going to quickly show you this button up here. So as I mentioned, this is the Google Drive sort of processing tab. You can also click on it and it tells you a few things that you can do. So if you want to, you can visit Google Drive on the web, and that opens the browser and opens the web page of the version of the Google Drive. The other things that you can do on here is you can see your usage statistics. So you have 30 gigabytes of usage across all of your Google apps. So that includes your email storage, your Drive storage, and everything else. You won't need to get more storage, so don't worry about that. You can go to Preferences, and this tells you a few things that you can do, but you probably don't need to worry about that. But yeah, if you don't see this icon up here for any reason, and that will mean that your files won't be automatically updating. Sometimes when that happens, the easiest thing to do is just go back to Launchpad and relaunch Google Drive from here. So now you've got your Google Drive here. If you've got a memory stick, for example, or if you've got documents saved anywhere else, or if you get an email with an attachment you want, you can just simply drag and drop any files you want into this Google Drive, and it will be not only here on your computer, but it will also be on your Google Drive on the web. The one thing to say is, if you drag things into this part of the Google Drive on your computer, but you're not connected to the internet, so if, for example, you're outside the Wi-Fi or something, then it won't update on the drive on the web until you are connected to the internet again, and until it's completed a sync, as you saw earlier. Okay, so that is how you add Google Drive to the Mac, and the next video will be all about your calendar.